Reports are in. I think we got us a stalemate. But first, we got to get the music going.
Cognac. Gang.
Y'all foul in. Foul in. We got us a stalemate, bro. Chicago Bulls ain't budging. Josh Giddey ain't budging. We gonna have to talk about this. This is my foul in music. Y'all get in here. Oh, let me get the comments up there. Who gonna blink first? Who's it gonna be? Shout out to the gang. Y'all fouling in. Hope y'all had a good day at work. You retired. You had a good day of retirement fishing. Whatever you doing, chilling. We gotta talk about our Bulls. We gotta talk about our Bulls. Okay. Shy Boys podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy C-Dub, holding it down on another Shy Boys podcast live. If you like what you're listening to, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Man, we on our way to 10,000 subscribers. We are so close to 8,300. Our next goal is, I think it's like 5 subscribers. Let's hope we get like 5 in this stream right here. We gonna turn up. But anyway, let's get to the content. Reports say Brett Siegel has put in a report that it is a stalemate between Josh Giddey and the Chicago Bulls. That's AK and Mark Eversley. I pulled up this report. We go pull up this report. Hold on. They're acting like they don't want to pull up the report. There we go. And as simple as this. No progress has been made between Josh Giddey and the Chicago Bulls on a new deal and restricted free agency, lead sources said. Siegel reported. There's no progress. They had all of last season. They had all of offseason. It's been a lot of time in this offseason to the point where we got no progress. Why, though? The two sides met at NBA Summer League in Las Vegas, where Giddey and his camp made it clear they want a contract similar that of Jalen Suggs. 5 years, $150 million. I told y'all. Jalen Suggs got 5 years, $150 million. And Emmanuel Quickly got 5 years, $162 million. Make sure y'all hit that like button. And have not come down from their $30 million annual average value asking price. This is Josh Giddey and his people. They not moving off of 30. Ask yourself that question. If Jalen Suggs is getting $30 million per year and Emmanuel Quickly getting like $32 million per year, would you budge? You know what your worth is. But the Chicago Bulls in a great position. Ain't nobody checking for Giddey, bro. Ain't nobody checking for Josh Giddey. They broke. Siegel's report continue. The Bulls have not offered more than a 4-year contract in the $20 million per year range. That's a smack in the face. That's a smack in the face. He asked for 30. They come with 20. I know some of y'all thinking like, man, that's just the starting bargain. Benji in the building. What up, Benji? The two sides are expected to reignite and negotiate and find common ground on a new deal this summer. It is summer. When y'all gonna come together and make a deal? What the hell y'all talking about? The two teams gonna. You're supposed to be coming together now. Bulls, I'm giving y'all grace. Y'all got the upper hand. Y'all got all the leverage. Shout out to Future Modern in the building. I'm gonna get to those comments. We're gonna go through those comments. No team outside of Chicago has expressed legitimate interest in Giddey due to his contract demands. Like I said, ain't nobody checking for Giddey. That's why Chicago Bulls acting like they going about this negotiation the way they are. They have all the cards. They got all the ace of spades. They got all the jokers. If you are lame and you play spades with the jokers. Giddey's has become an important part of the Bulls rebuild. However, the franchise is being wise and refusing to overpay, like I just said. But I don't want to trust the Chicago Bulls in this position. What have they shown that they can come out and make sure this is a good negotiation? What have they shown? Chicago's stance is further solidified due to the lack of interest from elsewhere in the NBA. Nevertheless, the Bulls should still look to reach an agreement swiftly. Things can change quickly in the NBA for them to be taking their foot off the gas. Bro, they in a good position, bro. The Chicago Bulls are in a great position, but I do not trust them the longer this shit go on. What is eventually going to happen? And it's all in Josh Giddey's court. He going to have to settle, bro. Bulls ain't moving. Unless another team clear out some cap space, clear out some money, Bulls ain't moving. So 25 to 27 million, that's what you realistically looking at, Josh Giddey. And I hate that you got to settle, bro, but that's the nature of this business. Shout out to Brand Sense. I'm going to get to the comments in a minute. Bro, he going to have to settle, bro. Bulls doing a good job so far. They doing a great job so far. But don't overdo it, bro. All they need is all Josh need. He hoping and praying for this. To somebody, anybody, any other team, make an offer. That's the only thing that can save him. And I don't see that happening. So this is going to be, Josh Giddey, you going to have to settle, bro, 25 to 27, bro. I hope you can get something like 27. Shout out to Samuel in the chat. I'm going to get to those comments. Bro. Now, if this guy, I'm going to tell y'all one more time before we go to the next subject. If Josh Giddey plays on the player option, say goodbye to Josh Giddey after next season. That's what I think. Most likely he's gone. If he plays on the player options. He's pissed off. He's a young guy. He's going to be running off feelings. Say goodbye. So it's going to be on the Bulls to make sure that they don't take this shit too far, bro. Don't take it too far. You already won this battle, Chicago Bulls. This game is going to end by your terms. Don't go too far. Because we gave away Alex Caruso for nothing. That's crazy. That'll be nuts if we give away Alex Caruso for nothing. V-Dog in the building. Now, let me get to the other subject. This is really quick. My man, Yuki Kamura has picked his number and it is number 8. What y'all feel about that, bro? My boy Yuki picked the number 8. I know some of y'all Zach LaVine stands are mad, but Zach is gone, and Yuki is taking over that number. So with that being said, let's say goodbye to Zach, bro. Let's say goodbye to Zach and what he used to use. What up, the one? What up, Woo? It's over with, Zach. Let's see what he did for us. This is what Zach did for us, bro. He played 416 games for us, 24 points per game, 5 assists, 4 assists, 5 rebounds per game. A couple all-star appearances. He was good, man. 44% last year. He shot 51% in the 42 games he played with us last year. Same stats. Lots of memories from Zach LaVine. Them 360 dunks. Him going on tirades from three-point range. He could get hot in a minute. He's a great play-in guy, my man Wu just said. That's funny. He was. So, man, everybody say bye to Zach. Because once my man Yuki take over that number, nobody's going to remember Zach. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm messy as hell. Now let's get to these comments, bro. Let's get to the comments. This was all about. I like to hear from the people. So we go get into these comments. Let's get it cracking. Let's go. Wait, hold on. Got a little technical. Here we go. Here we go. My guys got to say, Benji was the first one with a comment. He says, complete overpay for Suggs and quickly, but makes sense for Giddey asking for 30. Absolutely. If you was Giddey, you going for 32. I think he's a better player than Quickly. I don't think we need to debate that. And Jalen Suggs, they comparable. So it makes sense for him to ask for 30, and I think that's low. They got these contracts like 4 years ago. That's low. My boy Future, thanks for coming through, Future. Suggs is underpaid, and I think Suggs is underpaid. I do think Suggs is underpaid, Future Mortem. But fuck him. I'm talking about Giddey. Shout out to my boy Future. Here's a fact. OKC won a championship after getting rid of Giddey. They did. That's a fun fact. We can't let Giddey go for nothing. That accentuates that argument. If we let Giddey walk for nothing, if he play on that player option next year, it is a complete and utter failure from the Chicago Bulls front office. Sorry. I know it's a lot of you that don't like Josh Giddey for some reason. They should have done that with Patrick Williams. Absolutely. Absolutely, they should have did that because that contract is the worst. Because y'all think of any worser contracts the Chicago Bulls have done through the years? I'm trying to think. Any worser contracts than that? Nick Vooch. The one he just signed. That's worse. Yeah, I'm petty. They added the best defending guard in a generation. These is facts. If he walk, we going to look like some jerks. No, they going to look like some jerks. They going to look like some assholes. They better not let Josh Giddey walk, bro. Shout out to my boy V-Dog in the building. What's the word, C-Dub? I actually don't blame management in this specific case. They handle these contract negotiations the correct way. Like any competent organization, you start off with your lowest offer. Absolutely. I do think they're in the right. But do you trust them when the foot meets metal? Do you trust them to close this deal? They haven't been good lately. I'm giving them all the space, but don't fuck it up, bro. You can severely fuck this up, Chicago Bulls. Bulls don't know what they are doing. Shout out to Woo. The one in the building. Shout out to my boy, the one. Woo like Yuki. Yo, he got that number 8, bro. He gonna make y'all forget about Zach. That's what I'm claiming right now. Yuki gonna make y'all forget about Zach. And I love Zach LaVine, bro. I want Giddey to win this no matter what, because it will highlight how horrible the franchise operates. Shout out to my boy Steely E. I already know what he think, but this is a very smart comment right here. This is a nasty comment, Steely. This is nasty. Yuki got an impact winning more than Zach ever did. Yes, he is. he already impacted. He makes teammates better. I'm not saying that Zach is a bad player, but did he make teammates better? Well, he made some teammates better, but he can't do it like the likes of Yuki Kamura. Come on. And Yuki ain't even close to the player that Zach LaVine is. But impact on the basketball court, it's night and day. Can't nobody else pay him. No contract this year means we need to get Yuki some tech. I fuck with it, Jeff T. Shout out to Jeff T. for leaving his comment. You also got Trey Jones there, Jeff T. If this thing happens, Josh Giddey's going to start throughout the year. Angry, motivated point guard, probably going to have a spectacular year. Then he's just going to walk out the door on us. Yuki will not be getting more take than Trey Jones or Josh Giddey. I think he can squeeze in there and get some meaningful minutes sometime, but it's going to be up to his hard work. And I don't doubt Yuki's hard work at all. It's one thing he can't get around. He's 5'7". So he's going to have to work harder than everybody else. I'm in his corner, though. Zach was a great play-in go-to cat. That's goated. Let me go ahead and favorite that. Shout out, Woo. Hey, that ain't funny, bro. Yes, it is. Man, Bobby and C Dub have that more for the Bulls than Zach and Vooch. Shout out to my guy, Steely E. Appreciate that, big dog. If you are any contract dispute with any business you start off with, your lowest offer, then go from there. It's the natural way of doing business with the line of work. But what is too far? When does it come disrespect, V-Dog? My man asked it for 30. He said, look at Jalen Suggs and look at Emmanuel quickly. Then you come to me and you offer me 20. That's disrespectful. I'm going to say this stat again. There's 3 players who had 500 assists, 500 rebounds, and 500 points. Josh Giddey is one of them. I'm sure they said that in negotiations. Jordan had a $30 million contract in the late 90s. You see what I'm saying, Woo? In the late 90s, Jordan had a $30 million contract. I think Steph Curry is the richest player in the NBA. No, Jaylen Brown is the richest player in the NBA. I think he make about 60 a year. It might be Steph or Jaylen Brown. Y'all let me know in the comments. Bulls could have met with the middle with 25 and some incentives instead of that low ball offer. I just agree, Woo. This is disrespectful. That's why I know they don't. It's kind of weird. That's super low. I would have been good if y'all would have came with the first offer of 25. I'm with you, Woo. But you go 20? You go 20, bro? Damn. Call him a bitch or something, bro. If you want to disrespect him, just call Josh Giddey a bitch. Just call him a bitch, bro. Catfish. Rose don't like him. He say trade him. Shout out to Rose. Boozer had a pretty terrible contract. It wasn't bad. It wasn't worse than Patrick. I'll take Boozer over Patrick. That's a good question. Would y'all take Boozer over Patrick Williams? And Boozer was a headache, bro. He was a damn headache. I think I'll take Boozer, bro. I think I'll take Boozer. No. Let me take that back. Let me take that. I got. Boozer. He was kind of Nick Vujicic. No. I'm taking Patrick Williams if y'all can believe that, bro. No. I just had to remember what he had me going through, bro. I had to remember. Trade for Kuminga before someone else grab him. They've been playing in their ass. No Diddy. Other free agents went elsewhere. B Way. Shout out to my man B Way, G Way. Actually, I'm not opposed of getting Kuminga on this team. I'm just dreaming and daydreaming. Look at this lineup: Kuminga, Noah, and Montes. All 6'10". All 7-foot wingspans, athletic, can get up and down the court with Josh Giddey as the point guard and Trey Jones as a backup point guard. And Yuki can come in just in case. Damn, that look good. That sound good, bro. We just got to get Noah right, bro. But we'll see, man, if they really want Kuminga. My boy Bobby Speaks in the building. P. Will contract was named the 8th worst in the league. Now they want to screw Giddey because of it. Now that's something I really want to get into. Bulls, this Giddey contract situation has nothing to do with P. Will. That's why I'm worried about you guys. Why are you treating this like you're trying to get back from that stupid ass contract you gave to P. Will? Y'all need to chill out, bro, before you blow this. Because all they need is for a sneaky team like Chicago Bulls bullshitting. Let me go ahead and clear out like 25, 30 mil or 32 mil and go and get this Giddey to offer. Then you motherfuckers going to rush and offer the same thing to match it. And then what have been the point? You lost. Giddey crushed you. Just like P. Will crushed you. Just like Nick Vooch crushed you. Who else crushed him? Just like Lonzo crushed you. Bro, start getting dubs, Chicago Bulls. I wear your logos. Get dubs, bro. Nobody will be mad if y'all offer him 30. Just give him a 30. I don't think nobody will be mad. Jalen Suggs and Quickly ain't worth 30. I think Jalen Suggs is worth 30. Quickly, I don't know. But I respect what you say, Rose. You know that. Even with that said, and yes, I agree with you in the haze from the other day, management has finally started being more proactive than reactive and fixing a lot of flaws with the squad. I don't trust them. That's my sentiments exactly, V-Dog. I just do not trust them. I don't. What evidence is there that says I should trust them? Well, y'all know, let me know. I guess Isaiah Stewart trade talks have stopped. Yep, never. Yep. I ain't heard nothing else about it. I thought that would have been great, Woo. But that shit fizzled out. The Bulls taking it out on Giddey because they were stupid with P. Will negotiation. And we see right through it, bro. Y'all act like we dumb. We watch games, every single game. We follow the game on the off season. We watch summer league, preseason. We ain't stupid. We know the narratives, bro. My lineup is Stewart, Zion, Mites, Ayo, and Giddey. Ooh. Now, Woo, I got a question for you. What are we doing with Noah? As you got him as your sixth man, I want Noah to start. What do we do with Noah Essengay? Woo. Kid is good. Where you gonna put him in there? Ayo moving? And then you gotta restructure this lineup right here. Giddey. Damn, who running the two? You can't take Zion running the two. Yeah, you gotta fix that for me, big dog. Woo. I like the names though. It's a big time names. Hell no Boozer. That move stopped us from winning D-Rose. On the real, he was so frustrated, Rose. That motherfucker was so frustrated, bro. He like Vooch of today, bro. Suggs is Orlando's draft pick. Raptors overpaid for Quickly, so New York couldn't match Bulls. Did right by Caruso and gave Giddey a chance. Where would he be without Bulls, who wants him now? I think all the rest of the NBA teams kind of predicted that the Bulls would eventually sign Giddey. That is a good comment, Brand. Since I just the teams kind of thought that the Chicago Bulls sew that up, especially since he was a restricted free agent, and the type of season he had at the end of the season last season. Teams kind of okay. The Bulls going to keep that guy, so we ain't even going to think about Josh Giddey. I think that is the case. I could be wrong. Steely E. Kaminga comes. He's the next goldfish. It's a matter with passing down. You hate Kaminga already. Kaminga, he better than he better than Patrick Williams, bro. Noah's is 18. Give him 15 minutes per game for the bench. Eventually got to get in that starting lineup, though. Woo. I want that length and athleticism in the starting lineup in that defense. How come no one mentions Ayo and Kobe being underpaid and Giddey getting more than them combined? Okay. Ayo and Kobe are definitely playing on super good deals for the Chicago Bulls. They definitely underpaid for the impact they bring on the basketball court. I don't want to talk about the future. It's going to be a hard discussion coming up, but it ain't going to be like this for long. Both of those guys have outplayed those contracts 2 times over. I don't know if we can keep both. I just don't know. I'm not ready to have that conversation. I'm sorry. We can't get at least 2 picks back now. 2 is low, but damn, I take that over no picks. The last few drafts, besides reacquiring our own damn pick, dumb as hell, bro. It's the Chicago Bulls front office. What up, Ichigo? Shout out my boy Ichigo. Ayo running the 2, Giddey the point. Ayo could be the Dort of the crew. I like it. I love Ayo too, bro. I love Ayo too, man. We in a difficult situation, bro, with Ayo, bro, and Kobe, bro. Y'all trying to get me to talk about this, bro. Rest in peace to Theo Huxtable, bro. Rest in peace to Theo Huxtable, bro. I watched him when he had the Jerry curl with the loose wife beater, with the gray loose wife beater. The first episode of the Cosby Show. I watched it as a kid, bro. Damn. Malcolm and Eddie. Rest in peace to Theo Huxtable. Malcolm Jamal Warner, bro. For real, bro. Stop with the Kaminga shit. He shoot free throws like Shaq. He is a bad free throw shooter. I think it's 60, 70%. He ain't like Shaq, Bobby. He ain't like Shaq. It is kind of underwhelming for me, though. A guy on the ball that much, not a good free throw shooter. I don't like that. He said, man, go fish is a compliment. You get out of here. I respect Kaminga a million times more than Pastor P, a.k.a. Peppermint Patty. I do too. You ain't going to have to beg this man to shoot nothing at all. Well, it looks like we done with the comments. We got in here. We talked about Josh Giddey and the Chicago Bulls. We got some more coming up. I'm going to get on those in a minute. Josh Giddey and the Chicago Bulls are at a stalemate. Who going to blink first? Be waiting here. I know Malcolm going through it right now, bro. Eddie, you mean Eddie. Eddie going through it right now. Yeah, he got to be. I like Malcolm Jamal Warner. He seemed like a good dude, bro. He got 2 legendary roles as Malcolm and Eddie and Theo Huxtable. Come on now. All those characters on from the Cosby Show, including Bill. I can separate the show from what he supposedly did, even though he was not guilty or something, wasn't he? I don't know. I'm not sure. That was a long time ago. Man, prayers up for that guy. But make sure y'all hit that like button to subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back soon, maybe tomorrow, even if we break some news later on. Y'all have a good day, man. I appreciate that, Bobby. I'm going to keep them coming. Y'all have a good one, bro. As soon as I can find the buttons. Peace out, y'all.
Cognac.